Thank you for watching the East West Football Network Monday Kickoff Show. I am your host, Fidel Barraza. Alongside with me is Jerry Martinez, Walter Stringer, Kendall Whitley, and our special guest, Michael Harris. How you doing, Michael?
Hey, how you guys doing?
Good, good. Just
Great, great.
all right, guys. So let's chat before the game starts real quick. So this a lot of people are saying this is the game of the year. So far, it's only week 3, but that's what a lot of people are saying. Um, Kansas City Chiefs at the Baltimore Ravens. What are you guys' expectations for this game, Jerry?
I think that the Ravens are going to win. I think that man, even though the Chiefs, we got to give them respect because they're the defending Super Bowl champs, man. But I think the Ravens, they look good. They look unstoppable. I picked them to win this week, and I'm sorry we have Mike on, who's a Chiefs YouTuber. I'm
Sure.
sorry, Mike, but I love Patrick Mahomes, but I just think that Lamar Jackson just wants this win so bad.
Yeah. One thing that I've been telling people all week though, like I love the Chiefs. That's my go-to team, hands down. But I love the NFL. So when I come to talking football, I talk football head up, like straight. And I agree with you. Baltimore just looks really strong right now. And the one thing, the Chiefs defense look like it's taking a step backwards. And that run defense, it's so important to be able to stop the run. Even at this point of the year, you want to be able to stop the run. And then we think about once we get into the postseason, the ability to stop the run then. And I think the one thing Baltimore does well is run the ball and play control clock. I tell people all the time, it does you no good to have a really high-powered offense if it's on the sideline. And I think that's what Baltimore's going to do tonight and play control ball.
hmm Me personally, I think it's a big game for Lamar Jackson and the Ravens. I mean, Lamar Jackson, he's what 21-3, I think, in the regular season. So if I know he has 3 regular season losses, and 2 of them has came against the Chiefs. So that's an interesting stat, and I think it's a big game for the Ravens. But I I know I went with the Ravens in my prediction, but I got a feeling as the day went along that the Chiefs might sneak it out.
Don't do
So
that. Don't do that,
I
man. Yesterday I did that with the Cowboys, and look what they did to me.
yeah, but it's gonna be a good game.
Yeah, so I'm taking the Chiefs. I'm banking on that team, that the champs. They know everybody's gunning for them. Andy Reid is gonna have them ready for prime time to go there and to take care of this game. Also, the main thing I'm focusing on is that Baltimore Ravens run, and not necessarily run defense, but their ability to get pressure on Mahomes. If you look at last year's matchup, they got to him one time. He had a
Mhm.
quarterback rating of 132 in that game. Lamar had a quarterback rating of 70, and they kept Lamar out the end zone, throwing the ball. He had one rushing touchdown, but they held him to 46 yards rushing. And if you look at what the Chargers did against the Chiefs last week, the Chargers actually did everything they were supposed to do. They just still didn't win the game. So if you can't pressure Mahomes, you stand no chance.
I
We'll
think
know. Yep, go ahead.
I think it's gonna be interesting to see if the I think the Chiefs gonna try to come out and punch Baltimore in the mouth first and try to get out score a touchdown first and let Baltimore trail because they don't. Lamar hasn't been good when he's coming from behind. If you notice that they're on a 14 game regular season win streak, but most of those games, well, all of them anyway, they score first. They score first. They get the lead and they kind of keep the foot on the pedal. So they keep the foot on the pedal. So I
Hey,
think with Baltimore, I think they're going to try to with Kansas City, they're going to try to come out and get the lead first and let Lamar trail and try to bring it back.
hey, Mike, real quick, tell me what happened last week with the Chiefs. I mean, why did they look so like? I don't know. I think
Yeah,
Fidel said it right. What'd you say, Fidel?
it looks like they weren't taking the Chargers seriously, and they were a little bit caught off guard when Justin Herbert jumped in the starting lineup. So to me, it seemed like they really weren't trying in the beginning of the game. And then Mahomes kind of like, oh, well, this is kind of getting boring. So I'm going to go out there and tie the game. And, you know, to me, that's what it seemed like. So
So the one thing that I've learned between the Super Bowl and I would say even the AFC Championship game from 2018 was that the one thing that you're going to do to stop this Chiefs offense is have a natural pass rush. And what I mean by that is sending only 4. If you can send 4, you can get away with almost anything. But if you have to start to kind of generate or manufacture a pass rush against Pat Mahomes and this offense, that's when you really find yourself in trouble. So the one thing that the Chargers have going for them right now, especially on the defensive side of the ball, is they can generate a natural pass rush
hmm
with Bosa, with Ingram, and Turley. I think I said his last name right. The inside defensive guy that's really starting to show for them. So they can generate a natural pass rush, which then allows you to drop more man in coverage, drop your 7 guys in coverage, which makes things a little bit more difficult for Pat Mahomes. And not only are you generating natural pass rush, you're getting home in a good time too. You're getting home in 2 seconds, 3 seconds, and he's not being able to sit back there. That was one thing on the defensive side for the Chargers. But now offensively, I think Herbert did catch them off guard. And the one guy that no one's talking about in the Chiefs defense that we're missing was Mike Cannell. Like, we got Chris Jones, we got Frank Clark, we got Tyrann Mathieu. But Mike Cannell, I think, took our run defense from like the late 20s to, or, low 20s to, basically, low teens or mid-teens as far as just run defense. And having a guy that can do that for your run defense really changes the game up.
Is he out? Is he out tonight, Mike?
Yeah, he's on suspension right now, and so that's what's really hurting us from an interior standpoint. And then our linebackers, we just don't have enough speed and power at the linebacker position. So I think realistically, Herbert came out, he took advantage of those things, and really, if Herbert doesn't throw that interception, that's an L all day. I tell people all the time, it was a rookie mistake by his behalf. He could have ran for the first down, but if he throws that interception, or if he doesn't throw that interception, I think we lose that game for sure.
Who do you have tonight winning, Mike?
I have the Ravens.
Wow.
I tell people all weekend is just that if the Ravens get a 10-point lead, they're going to sit on it. They're not going to let Pat Mahomes get back in the field. One thing, and that's the other funny part too. Anthony Lynn knew better last week to give the ball back to Pat Mahomes. He should have went for it on his 4th down, and he didn't. He knew better. He's done this before. And if you go back to 2018 when we played the Chargers on Thursday night, he went for 2 just to assure himself that, if I'm going to win this game, I'm going to win it on my own behalf. Or I'm going to lose it because of me. You're not going to give Pat Mahomes another opportunity at the bite of the apple. And that's been proven not only through the postseason, but, through this season alone and just at this early point. So if Baltimore gets an early lead, I can see them starting to be not so much conservative, but if you can run the ball for five yards a clip, keep running the ball at 5 yards a clip. Don't put it in the air. Don't put it in harm's way. Or don't force Lamar Jackson to throw. But on the flip side, if Lamar has to play behind, like Walter was saying, if Lamar has to play from behind, it's not where you want to be if you're Baltimore.
Hey, Mike, real quick, I know you picked the Ravens to win the game, but what are the keys to the game if the Chiefs are going to beat the Baltimore Ravens?
That's what I was going to ask for there.
Yeah. If anything, it's to stay pace, stay even. Force Lamar into throwing situations. Get those 3rd down and longs. Don't let them control the chains. Don't let them get them early, 2nd downs or runs where now it's like 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2. Force them to be in 3rd and long at all times. And if you can force Lamar to beat you through the air, that's one of the things that are going to turn around. If you let Lamar start to control the ball and get on the ground, get Justin Tucker in field goal range, and they're willing to take their points. If they get a 10-point lead, that's what I'm saying. That's the problem. But if you're the Chiefs, force Lamar to throw the ball, get on top of them. And I think most importantly in defense, if we're going to send the blitz, stay in your lane. Don't break down. Don't funnel into the ball. Stay lane. Stay true to your lane, because if you break down, he will find a way to sneak out the back door, and that's what you don't want. So that's defensively. Offensively, I'm not sure if Baltimore have enough pass rush to really kind of take their game to the next level. So maybe at that point, Pat Mahomes hit a couple of big plays, and that'd be the thing. I think our offense is going to do what our offense needs to do, but it's going to come down to what our defense do more likely.
Though, I noticed too, if teams can't limit those splash plays from the Chiefs, it's a wrap.
Yeah.
Those 47 and 53-yard pass plays to Tyreek Hill and McCall Hardman. If you can't limit those, because you can pretty much keep Kansas City under wraps like a ticking time bomb for a good quarter and a half, 2 quarters, then boom, boom, you down 14. So if the Ravens can limit those splash plays, they got a chance. Ball control and limit those splash plays.
I tell people all the time, the Chiefs got 4 wide receivers that can literally be starters on every team. They got Demarcus Robinson, McCole Hardman, Tyreek Hill, Samuel. Demarcus Robinson, don't sleep, but he's a pretty good wide receiver.
He's a good receiver.
Might as well throw Clyde Edwards-Helaire in there now. I mean, he can do everything.
Yeah, and so I just think that if you force Kansas City, offensively, let them. If you allow Kansas City offense to play their game, that's going to be a problem for Baltimore. You can't do you can't manufacture your pass rush. You got to get a natural pass rush on Pat Mahomes. If you start seeing 5 or 6 guys at him, it's a wrap, I think, personally. So if you're Baltimore, you're just hoping that you can find a way to get to him before he gets rid of the ball.
All right, we got our first 3rd down of the game, and Lamar Jackson.
Hey, real quick, shout outs to Michael Sosa, my buddy, Leonard Ramirez. Thank you for tuning in, guys. Appreciate your love, support.
My cousin Victor too. He's watching us right now. Also, Green, shout out Leander. All right, guys, I know you guys already picked your teams to win tonight's game, but just real quick, if you guys want to change your mind, I'm gonna go with Baltimore, and I think it's gonna be a statement game for Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stay home. I'm gonna go Ravens. I think it's gonna be a shootout, but I think that Ravens at the very end they're gonna seal the deal.
After seeing Lamar just take off, I'm gonna stay with the Ravens with this.
Hey, I got the Chiefs. I think it's gonna come down to a field goal.
Oh, all right. Well, let's see. We got a first pat. All right, incomplete. All right.
I'm saying that's really what you want to do. You want to force Lamar to throw the ball. You let him use his legs. It's not going to be pretty for anybody involved.
Make him go to somebody other than
uncomfortable and whatnot.
Marquise Brown, and make Miles Boykin beat you.
That's another thing too. Like you ever notice how we know how great Travis Kelce is, but we always tend to forget about his name when we discuss the Chiefs.
Yeah, you're right.
Like, Kelsey's the key to everything, in my opinion. He's always been the key to that all.
Let me ask y'all this. Do y'all think if the Ravens can get into a shootout with the Chiefs, do they have enough firepower on offense to stick with the Chiefs?
Oh, yeah, they do.
No, I don't think so
either.
I don't think so. And that's just me being honest at that point.
Outside of, it seems like it's just Marquise Brown and Mark Andrews. Just what it seems like to me.
You got Michael Vick 2.0 back to Lamar Jackson. He can make a lot of plays, man. So
he's looking like it.
If you guys fast forward back to or rewind back to 2018 Monday night versus the Rams, that was one of the most exciting Monday night games ever, and that was a pure shootout, and it came down to last man have the ball wins. And so I feel like I'm not sure if Lamar could hang with. I'm not sure if Lamar could hang with Pat Mahomes on that level as far as throwing the ball.
Kansas City can score in 5 plays.
Yeah, but I mean, you got Marquise Brown too, so I mean, that's basically Tyreek Hill 2.0 if you can stay healthy, right?
Right. Oh yeah, for sure.
All right.
I definitely believe that.
Real quick, I think this goes over 56 points combined.
Oh shoot, nice. I'm gonna stay under.
I'll take the over on that. I think that.
How many points?
56.
Under.
I'm gonna go over. All right. Well,
last shout out, Jaime Lopez. Thank you for tuning in.
David Sanchez. See you on.
Everybody, man. Everybody. Thank you for tuning in, man.
Yeah. All right.
Stay tuned. Wednesday is the fantasy show. Thursday kickoff show.
Saturday college talk.
And then Sunday with Coach Hugh Jackson. So thank you guys so much.